Hey, we're back. We're back. 1-0 every week. Let's go. Come on, Raider Nation.
That's what I'm talking about. This shit means something to me, man. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Let's go.
What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex, back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that is new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's jump right into the topic of this video. The 2025 regular season has officially kicked off, and boy, what a week one start for the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders go on the road in Foxborough in cold, rainy, wet conditions. Not favorable for a week one type of matchup, especially with the way our team is kind of built. We got more firepower on the offensive side of the football. The Raiders start off this season, we have the ball, and Geno Smith and the Raiders offense march down the field, eventually get into the red zone where the Patriots defense gets aggressive, come out on a blitz, and Geno Smith is able to read this and hits Trey Tucker for a wide open touchdown to start off the game. The Raiders defense after that got a quick 3-and-out. And then after that, the Raiders offense was continuing to move the ball effectively, getting chunk plays, getting first downs, primarily through the air. But everything kind of changed after we get an unfortunate turnover. Geno Smith throws an aggressive pass towards Brock Bowers. Now, look, not gonna lie, I can't really put this interception on Geno Smith. The throw was a pretty accurate pass. It hits Brock Bowers, but, you know, it was an aggressive throw to make. The coverage was really good on New England's part. Brock Bowers unable to come down with it, gets tipped up. Easy interception for the Patriots. And after that, things really started to change for the Raiders offense and just this game in general. After that, the Raiders offense going into the half was stalling quite a bit. Patriots defense got a lot more aggressive, sending out some blitzes, and they were to bring down Geno Smith a couple different times for a sack. And they're doing a lot better in just press man-to-man coverage. And not only did things change for the Raiders offense, but also the defense. Drake May and the Patriots offense were starting to cook a little bit, getting some big plays in the air. And not gonna lie, he was quite frankly carving up this secondary group. And going into halftime, the Raiders punted the ball. The Patriots had the ball with a 10-7 lead. And this was a crucial point in the game, in my opinion, because if the Raiders defense, they were coming off of getting beat quite a bit, giving us some big plays. If the Raiders offense would have gave a touchdown or even a field goal, that would have been a potential huge momentum shift in the game, as the Patriots were going to receive the football in the second half. So there was a huge opportunity for them to double dip on the score, potentially make it like a 20-7 type of game if they could convert on back-to-back possessions and essentially make it into a 2-score game. But the Raiders defense was able to hold up on this. We got the ball back too, and I really like the way the Raiders offense, Geno Smith, how they handled that drive. Now, we did not get any points on the board. Daniel Carlson missed, I believe it was a 58-yard field goal, but I just really like the way we handled it. There's only like 30 seconds left on the clock, and it just feels like, you know, if we would have had another quarterback out there like an Aiden O'Connell or something like that, I don't think we would have been able to move the ball and at least give ourselves a chance to get points on the board. So I liked how we managed the end of the half right there. But like I said, unfortunately, Daniel Carlson missed that field goal. But I will say, going into the half, I was a little bit nervous. The way that game was going, it kind of felt like the Patriots were going to start to take over this game. But the complete opposite happened going into the second half. The Raiders completely dominated the New England Patriots in the second half. And honestly, if you take away that field goal they scored at the end where the Raiders were essentially in prevent defense, being up 20-10, just don't want to give up the big play, the Raiders defense essentially shut out the New England Patriots in the second half. So that is just very impressive from this defense. They came ready to play in the second half. They were able to get some pressure on Drake May, and the Raiders offense finally came back to life, able to put points on the board. Ashton Jeanty gets his first touchdown of his career. We got Brock Bowers involved heavily down the field. Now, I will say Brock Bowers did leave at some point. I believe it was in the late third quarter. Did not come back to the football game. Seems like some type of potential knee injury, or maybe just tweaked his leg. Not sure exactly what it was. He was running off the field, so hopefully it's not something too big. But that is something we're going to have to keep our eye out on. Hopefully it's something minor. Hopefully he'll be full go for next week. But the Raiders offense looked a lot better in the second half. And really my main takeaway this week when it comes to the offensive side of the football is, at least this week, we looked a lot better when it came to the passing game. We were able to move the ball effectively. Geno Smith was able to use his arm to move the chains. The running game still is not what you want to see though. For the most part, we really weren't able to run the ball effectively. Geno Smith went 25 out of 34 for 362 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And the running game, Ashton Jeanty, 19 carries, only 38 yards. We're definitely going to have to get a lot better when it comes to running the ball. I don't like the idea of having to just rely so heavily on the passing game week in and week out. So that's something we're definitely going to have to fix. We're definitely going to have to improve on that. But overall, I think the offense looked really good out there. Offensive line still needs a little bit of help in the run blocking game. Also, I think we had like 3 different penalties on illegal formation on the offensive line. So a couple different things there that we got to clean up. But overall, I thought Geno Smith looked really impressive in his debut performance for the Las Vegas Raiders. I absolutely love how he was spreading the football around. We got a lot of different players getting involved. Brock Bowers, 5 catches, 103 yards. Jacoby Myers, 8 receptions, 97 yards. And look, one thing I will say about this whole Jacoby Myers situation, I feel like the Raiders really need to do everything they can to bring him back. Get that contract extension sealed up, because to me, Jacoby Myers looked really good for us. And if you take him away on this offense, I don't know how good we're going to be. He's a really solid option across the middle, a very solid chain mover. Trey Tucker got involved, 2 receptions, 54 yards, 1 big touchdown, like I said. Also, too, our rookie only got 2 receptions on the night, but one of them was an absolute huge one. Late in the football game, the Patriots get aggressive. They blitz on a 3rd and forever, and Geno Smith is able to just take a shot down the field. Dante Thornton Jr. got the cornerback to bite on a sluggo route, beats him over the top, and gets a huge reception that really just allowed us to kill the clock and essentially seal this game out. Also, too, our tight end Michael Mayer, a lot of reliable catches across the middle. One huge play, the Raiders go for it on 4th and 1, play action pass. Geno Smith is rolling left. Nobody was open until he looked backside, throws it across his body for Michael Mayer for the first down. Just another huge play as well. But overall, I liked what I saw from this offense. To me, Geno Smith looked really sharp out there. The Raiders passing game carried us to a win right here. But also, I got to give a huge shout out to the defense. They completely stepped it up in the second half. And just in general, we got to give a lot of credit to our head coach and his whole coaching staff in general, because second half, like I said, it was a completely different team. And in the past, the Raiders, they've always seemed to be the team that was like the opposite side of the spectrum. In the first half, they might be ready to play, but going into the second half, whatever it may be, the halftime adjustments or just motivating your players in the second half, the Raiders of old usually would come out in the second half flat. Seemed like they'd be out coached, but in this one, quite the opposite. I am very impressed what I saw from this defense, essentially shutting out the Patriots offense in the second half. Absolutely great stuff from this team, and like essentially what was, in my opinion, like a must-win game, because now we're gonna have another tough matchup next week at home against a divisional rival, the Los Angeles Chargers. Both teams will go in 1-0 record, and the Chargers are coming off an impressive victory where they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So I thought that it was imperative that the Raiders came into Foxborough, handle business, and that is exactly what they did. We'll have to pay attention to the injury report, see the status and update on Brock Bowers. Also, to our linebacker, Landon Roberts, who went out early in the game, didn't come back. So something we'll just have to keep an eye out for. But Raider Nation, 1-0 to start the season. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What are your main takeaways from this week 1 victory on the road? Let me know in that comment section down below. But with that being said, Raider Nation, that is all for you guys in today's video. Anybody that is new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.